So you are here because you want to learn how to use Git for packages. Howdy and welcome. You are in the right place. I'll show you exactly how to connect your package to Git, how to use branches so you can work with your team, how to create releases, and how to use package versions in your app for granular control and backward compatibility. Let's dive in. Alright, let's learn together how to use Git for packages. Here I am in my Appsmith workspace where I have applications, packages, and workflows. And the first thing you should notice right now for the inventory package, this little Git icon here indicates that it's already connected to a repository. But let's make that happen together to learn using this authorization package that I have right here. Now this package has some logic around sign-up flow and GWT validation, JavaScript logic, and also some queries to make the authorization, login, and sign-up flow happen. Now let's click on this little button right here, Connect Git. This is where the magic starts to happen. The first thing is you should notice that we support a big range of Git providers, even your own Git server. So for my particular case, I'm using GitHub. And yes, I already have an existing Git repository, so let's connect to Git. Now it's going to ask us for the Git repository URL. So let me go back to my repo. Let me click here to copy the URL and put it here. There you go. And it's going to generate an SSH key for us. Let's copy that SSH key and let's go back to the repository. To the settings section, you should see on the left menu the deploy keys. Here it is under the security left menu. Click on this green button here to add a new deploy key. Let's paste it in here, add a title if you want. And very important, you need to add the write access checkbox because Appsmith is going to be writing to this repository. So make sure to do that because if not, it's not going to work. And we don't want to do that. So now let's confirm that yes, I added the deploy key and gave it write access and connect Git. And in just a few seconds, Appsmith will connect this package to Git and we can start working with it. As you can see, it's done. We have the default branch to be master and the repository name is over there. So let's continue to edit our package. Now, one thing you should notice is that underneath here, you should see new options, like for example, commit changes, or pull changes in case there are some changes in the remote that I don't have, and work with branches and merge branches and also the configuration of this repository. Now let's release a new version because if we don't release a version, we won't be able to access this package in our applications. So let's click here, release version. And we have different options to release a version. One is a patch, it will be version 001, a minor version, version 0.1.0, or a major version release, which is going to be the version 1.0.0. I'm going to be releasing a major version because this package is already functional. So let's deploy that. So release this and there you go. With that, we should be able to access this package in our applications. So let's go back to our workspace here in my application. Now here, if I go to queries, for example, click on the plus icon, I can see the query modules that are part from packages. And here I have, for example, the login action, which is going to be part of my authorization. I have the username and the password parameters that I can define myself. I could bind this from a login form, but for now, if I run it, I should be able to see that the login request is functioning and I have the access token, the refresh token, and everything is working as expected. That's great. That's awesome. We have our package ready, released. It's part of our Git repository and it's part of our application. Now let's go back. I need to make changes. What happens if I need to make changes? That's great. Let's make a change. Let's create a new branch for this particular change. I'm going to be calling expiring because I'm going to be defining some expiring logic for our request. So let's create our branch. And now in that branch, let's create some changes. So it turns out that for the login request, I could add some parameters around the expiry of this particular login request. So I'm just going to be adding a new input called expires in minutes, and this is going to be, for now, the default value 30 minutes, but we can pass that as a parameter to our particular package here. Let's define the parameter as well. Expires in minutes, and also inputs that expires in minutes. There you go. Perfect. So now with that, we could even try it out to see if it's still working. Perfect. Let's commit our changes to our branch, and this is called adding expires in minutes. Commit and push the changes. Awesome. That's done. Now, if we go back to our merge section, we should be able to merge this into master. Let's say that somebody reviewed my changes, they approved it, everything is great. That happens in my development workflow, which is great. Let's merge changes because we have no conflicts here. Boom, the merge is successful. So now, if we go back to our master branch, we should see these changes that we just implemented. There you go. Everything is great. So now let's go and do a new release. So let's go to the release version, and now we're going to be defining a minor version change or even a patch. But in this particular case, I'm going to be defining a minor version, and it's going to say we're adding expiring minutes logic. Boom, release. That is great. Now we have our package published a new version that is available for those who are using this particular package. So let's go back to our HR reporting app that we have here. And as you can see, the login implementation that we had doesn't have that parameter yet. And it's because since right now I'm using the version that I imported in that particular moment in time. So if we go to our packages section or library section here on the left, where we have our JavaScript libraries, also we will see our packages over there. We have the inventory package, which we had previously, and the authorization. And as you can see, we're using the first version we released, the 1.0.0. Let's select this new version that we just launched. If we go back to our editor, now we have the new parameter we defined, expires in minutes. If we run it, should be working. And that's it. Your package now have professional version control, team collaboration, throughout branches, and granular version management across your applications. If you want to try Git for Packages yourself today, start your free trial of Appsmith Business Edition. The link should be in the description. You have questions, drop them in the comments or reach out to us on our Discord channel. I'll see you on the next one.